On docks, you know, we've talked about the fact the flex players alternate on the TK side. Typically, it's accuracy pulling out the sub on St. Marie. Here, typically Chino. We'll see if there's any changes to that formula, but I doubt it. But let's get this best of 5 underway. We're fighting for top 3. OpTic Gaming versus Team Kaliber.
They're starting with Chino, so he has an STG out right now, but that's probably just for the break off. He'll end up switching off that to that PPSH. On the other side, you probably have Krim Informal, or sorry, Karma Informal with STGs. But trades back and forth, 2 apiece. Crim6 able to find 2. There's Krim once again having an impact as he opens that map up for OpTic.
Yeah, and if he dominates that matchup, like you said, this could be scary for TK, and this is a map where he could certainly have his way. Speaking of Krim versus Theory, Krim able to win that first gunfight. He's starting out 3-1. Nice control of Statue right now for the green wall to kick this one off. We'll see if TK can battle back. They get a bit of a split spawn here.
Yeah, they do. And I'm just looking at that scoreboard. I know it's very early, but Theory already 0-3. And while OpTic is controlling the pace of this in-game entirely, they're already at 22 points. Nice shots right there out of Formal.
This is looking really good for OpTic so far. 24-0 advantage. They opt to get back into the hard point and rack on some more time. Can Formal win another gunfight? No, it's Chino that'll get the better of him. You see Chino does have the sub in hand now. The kill feed entirely blue. Team Kaliber with the clean wipe. Accuracy now building towards streaks as he's 6-2 on a 4 streak. We'll see if he can pick him up here. But in a 4 position, he's going to be Chino. 2 nice kills. Snaps onto the 3rd. The assist comes into Kenny.
And they need those 3. That core 3 that was so good the first 2 events. Kenny, Chino, and accuracy, they have to be beasts. They want to win another championship, and well, they're starting to step it up right here. Theory is even turning it around. He's at 6-5. He started the game 0-3. Accuracy, he's working on some streaks. He's on a 4 spree, so we'll see if he's able to earn those.
Yeah, I think since we called it out, he hasn't really been in a gunfight or had to do anything, and that speaks to what the sub pressure is doing right now from the side of Team Kaliber. Theory, though, started out 0-3. He's turned it around. He's got 4 kills in a row. As I call that, though, Scump comes through. Karma as well. Theory and accuracy both going to drop. Clean wipe for OpTic Gaming. No streaks coming through for Team Kaliber.
Yeah, so we're going to pay attention to these rotations. TK, they're going to have 4 players starting to rotate over towards these lower docks. OpTic, they're just going to have 3. They're going to have Crim6 in the hill, earning that scrap time. So you see 4-on-3 right now. Great shots out of accuracy. Theory cleans up too, and while Theory's having a great game, he has to continue that throughout this series.
Yeah, he is absolutely. Stepped up 9-4 over the stretch after the slow start. Let's look to mid-map now. Chino, the one applying pressure here, trying to make sure OpTic Gaming can't even get close to this hard point. It's a Team Kaliber lead now with just over 40 seconds left in Doc's warehouse. Kenny doing what he can from lower water just to continue to harass the players of OpTic Gaming right now. Cleans up the weak Scump. He'll rotate into the hard point. It doesn't end up swapping there, so he's not going to quite get the streaks yet, but he's very, very close, Joe.
Yeah, and you see where they spawn OpTic. They spawn him on top of that main street. This is a perfect hold. So you can see as we go over towards that top barrel building, 1 player on OpTic, they're already up there. That's number 2. That's Karma, but he's alone. The rest of OpTic push for that scrap time. Karma's the only guy over there. And this so maybe a bit of a miscommunication. Can he get those streaks? And he's going to get the scrap time.
Kenny heating up. Nice play from him, but it's still going to be Theory leading the way right now for this roster at 15-11. Now, this particular hard point, you've talked about struggles for OpTic Gaming inside a barrel building, whether it's getting set up early or breaking through. What's been the problem for them?
Well, you just saw it. It just seemed like there was a bit of a miscommunication. They send Karma on the rotation, but no one else helps them. But this is what they did against NB yesterday. Can TK hold this setup? A couple of players go down. They do get the spawns they want. Karma and Scump are able to hold it down. They're able to break barrel.
Nice break there from OpTic Gaming, and they needed it. You get a full hold there from TK, and they really start to pull away, but OpTic inside. They're still spawning safe. It's going to be Formal deep with the AR right now. Pressure starting to come forward. Theory, first engagement. Formal's going to be able to win that. They have a lead change coming in here soon, but Kenny with a nice strafe inside picks up Formal before ultimately dropping. But look at Scump right now patrolling top mid, just toying with Theory at that mid cut. He's going to stick him as well. 3 streak here for Scump. He's up to 15-11. He's surging forward.
He definitely is. If you go back and watch this game, if you're TK, no matter the result, that's going to be one hill you want back, that barrel building. You feel like that's one where they could have had a very solid lead as we head over towards Cream. But Kenny and Theory continues 19-14. Look at the pace that he's playing at right now. Accuracy sitting at 8-8. So he's having a great game once again, but Karma, he pushes that lower water. Nades coming in back and forth, but TK still have control.
That's what you want if you're accuracy right now. Low engagements, a lot of time in the hard point. You want your subs out patrolling the map, picking up those kills. But Kenny now, the streaks are going to come in. He spots everybody, trying to split between, but will tack one on. Karma's going to end up dropping in crane control here early for Team Kaliber. Spawning deep is OpTic Gaming, but they still have the water spawn, so they're going to be able to get nades in and keep soaring on through.
And Chino there, you switch it up a little bit. That's 2 ARs. I wonder if that's a strategy TK's trying to hold. Maybe they have something new up their sleeve where they're having a 2 AR setup on this lower crane because of those long-range engagements.
You mentioned the matchup before this. You thought Crim versus Theory was the big one.
Yeah.
Theory, 21-18. Crim, 12-16. Not really having the dominating effort you expected. Is that primarily on Theory, the way he's playing?
It could be. Or Kenny, he's 20-13, right? Just depends who they're running into. But the big thing for me is Crim always turns it on that second half. It just depends. Can Theory have an incredible game throughout this entire time? Because we know with the flick of a switch what those OpTic guys can do. But a great first half for TK. They have a 23-point lead.
Well, let's take a look at these second rotations. Chino now has picked up a fighter pilot.
And again, he has this AR out. I wonder if this is just something that they're trying to, get into their game. A run 2 ARs on this map.
Can we get back to Chino off spawn? I just want to see if he's going to be running that throughout this.
Right, so
okay.
he switches. So it's just with Crane.
Okay, interesting. That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
For those long-range gunfights, Kenny wins a nice gunfight, but the rest of his team dropping. Look at the spawn you just got for Team Kaliber. You had like one bottom right, one bottom left, one top right. They're spawning everywhere right now, and they're able to collapse on top mid.
Yeah, they're going to head over towards Main Street, but you can see one player of OpTic, that's Formal. He's the key guy towards this rotation. 3 guys hit in the back. Formal's going to wait for them. This is the pinch shot set up, but Theory heads up, play, checks it, but loses that gunfight. This could be very bad news for TK, but the trade is coming on in. Can Formal stay alive? He's trying to just buy his team time. They have control of the hill.
The smoke there, he didn't even see him come soaring at him.
But this is a great setup hold for OpTic, but here comes those streaks from Chino.
Forces everybody out from OpTic Gaming right now. Karma pushes through lights. He's able to get a kill before he ends up dropping. Right back into the hard point and pre-firing into lights. Formal does get a kill, but the collapse from TK continues to come in. They're hitting from mid, they're hitting from the bottom, and the last man remaining from OpTic Gaming is going to be Crim6. And you still got 30 points up for grabs right now.
He's there, though. They don't know he's there. Crim6 has played this perfectly. Oh, except for, I was going to say, getting turned on. But there he gets one, but time still to TK.
All right, so they're going to get the remaining time here. That's going to get them to right around the 160 mark. So they'll have, what, a little over a 30-point advantage. Now, the question is going to be, can OpTic Gaming get the hold here? Or do maybe some streaks come in? Maybe
I think
Kenny with the fighter pilot.
I think if he wins this, right, you hold right now. Chino's able to pick one. Does he push this? Oh, nice shots on his scump. Almost gets naded. Him and Chino, though, they're flying right now. Chino gets taken down. He's going to get traded out. All right, now you have to wait for one another. Let's hop back on board with Kenny really quick. I want to see if he invests into this fire pilot.
So he's holding it for now. We'll see.
They're just spreading out. What's going on right now? You see they're playing patient. They're trying to get a good pinch developed.
They're worried that OpTic's pushed out a lot more than they have, I think. Or maybe he's just waiting on his teammates to get set up and maybe call in the fighter pilot. But as of now, not going to be used. I don't know how in the hell he wins that gunfight on Formal with the back truck, but he's able to do it. And now this might be where the collapse comes in. Grenade goes through. One player remaining here from OpTic. TK get it done with just over 20 seconds remaining at Doc's warehouse. And I mean, if you're Formal, you got to win that gunfight. That can't happen.
You definitely do. And that would have locked down spawns for the next one, right? Barrel building. So let's pay attention to that mini-map. Nice shots right there out of Theory. You can see, who is it once again? It's Karma. He's going all the way around through that underground. He's been the only one. Where are his teammates? Nobody's helping him out on this rotation. Those guys just got taken down top middle. Look where Karma is. He's all by himself. And what? Hills for TK.
Lead building now for Team Kaliber. Karma's going to end up dropping.
Oh
my God, they spawn top left. They spawn top left, and now they're going to collapse in. Water spawn for Team Kaliber, and they're in trouble. Not able to get streaks either. His accuracy, barrel building falls apart, and a blessing there for OpTic Gaming. Sometimes you rely on skills, sometimes maybe you rely a little bit on some luck.
So I think what happened there is because Kenny was so far pushed out in the fire, they had an open spawn position at that lower driveway. Okay, I think they were just a little far too pushed out. But still, he got that kill in the back door on Karma, but it just felt like Karma stayed alive for half a second. Oh, that hurts.
It does. Very, very painful. And just like that, a tie game, 183-183. I swear, every hard point this weekend has been nuts. But you mentioned Crim6, a second half player at times, and he has picked it up 6 in a row. Still negative, but crucial down the stretch, and now he's got streaks to work with.
And we haven't touched on it, but look at Kenny, 36-19. Talk about a superstar performance from him. He's gonna call in a fighter pilot, able to find Scump, put some shots, but Karma and Scump, they got kills, so that's a bit of a waste. Now it's Crim6's turn. He's gonna find Kenny, nothing else. Sees everybody from TK spawns out. Crane goes over towards OpTic, and look at that position. They have lower water control.
Yeah, this is what you want. It forces spawn so far out, either at useless or really all the way at cold. They're going to get the useless spawn, so they're going to be able to, kind of put a flurry of grenades in here and try to get the break. But look at the kill feed, entirely green right now, as OpTic Gaming have taken over control. It's a 4 streak for Formal as he got back into it. You didn't have a great first half from Formal. You didn't have a great first half from Krim, but they've turned it up here now.
They definitely did. Scum, he's able to find 3. Karma with another one. Those have been the 2 consistent players for OpTic. Kept them in this game.
Now remember, this is OpTic's pick. They need to win this map. They do not like Gibraltar, so if this goes to a game 4, it's going to be scary. They've got to close this out. Formal so close to streaks, marches up water steps, and ultimately gets picked. But Team Kaliber, they've got to do it, and they've got to do it now.
Yeah, I mean, at 230, you have to contest this hill. You have to put pressure on it. OpTic, they have a solid setup. Formal finds another 2. You have Karma flanking through this fire building. Just someone get on the hill. There we go. That baits out Chino. Nice shots out of Karma. He knows that's going to get cleaned up. There's just 1 player left. I'm going to call in a glide bomb, but 236. This is a tough position for TK.
TK have had so many magical moments this year. 4 dead. Team Kaliber, is this where they can get it done? One of them was a team kill, but they finally do get the last player. They're in the hard-pointed statue. They might be set up for next, but now the streak's going to rain in here from OpTic Gaming. It's a glide bomb from Crim6 that's able to pick up 1. Formal gets picked. Accuracy inside of lights, not able to snap onto the second one. Can they get rid of Crim6 here? Yes, they can. They're set up. Oh, you really don't want to give these last couple seconds every second so painful right now to Team Kaliber.
Too. Karma finds Chino. Chino is pushed up. You see the trades are happening. Theory, though, this is a big play for him. Able to find 1. Nice nade on the lights. He knows the player's going to push up. I would have loved to see him, but there's Krim. Krim finds 3. OpTic, they should close it out on Main Street.
It should be done here. 3 seconds needed for OpTic Gaming. Nobody from Team Kaliber close enough. And map 1, London Docks. It's OpTic's pick, and OpTic gets the victory.
Man, barrel building for TK both times. You felt like that's where they should have put the game away. To be honest, they outplayed OpTic up until that point, and then that's where Crim6 went on the 6th spree. They get those spawns. Karma goes all the way through underground, just times it perfectly.
Yeah, and that's what I'd have to look back and watch it. If it's like he was alive just long enough for that to come in, or if it was just the pressure from TK too far across the other side of the map.
So I think what happened was, due to TK being so far pushed up, you still have 1 in the hill, you have 1 in the back. 2 of the players of OpTic go down. And I think Karma just stayed alive enough to influence that driveway spawn. That's when that hurts. Look at that performance from Kenny, 40 and 28. On the other side, Scump was consistent, 38 and 24. We didn't touch him on him, but, Krim turned it around. There you go, 35 and 32.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there's nothing that really stands out that much from a negative standpoint. Nobody really dragging the squad down. Everybody kind of performing, just OpTic Gaming down the stretch. And like you said, you called it the halfway point. Krim was struggling, but a lot of times we'll see him pick it up in the second half, and he did just that.
It was like the end of the game. It wasn't even second half.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
it was
the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it really was. But ultimately, not on a must-win map necessarily, but if you take your pick in hardpoint, you want to be able to close it out, and OpTic Gaming do just that. So now we head to the Search and Destroy, and this is somewhere on Arden Forest, where we know TK were very, very good there for a very long time. And for OpTic Gaming, this has been a game mode that you've kind of played 50-50. You haven't really asserted dominance on it. What are we going to see from OpTic and Search and Destroy?
Well, I think the big thing is, for a while, like even looking at years past, when you're OpTic Gaming, when you go up 2-0 in a series, you just imagine that's it for a team, right? Like, it's so hard to beat OpTic. We always talk about extending the series versus OpTic, put the pressure on them, and throughout years, they've been really good at going up 2-0 and then closing the game out, right? On a map like Uplink or Capture the Flag, whatever it is. So for a while, when they struggle, you give those teams opportunities to heat up. A map like that where it could have gone TK's way. So Search and Destroy is a big one, because this is one where teams feel confident against OpTic, right? If OpTic's able to go up 2-0, you imagine they win that series. They're not a team that gets reverse swept very often.
What's going to be a key to victory here for Team Kaliber? They're going to bring it back and tie up this series at 1 apiece, and have an extended series right now. Is there any particular strategy or player that you really have your eyes on for a map like Arden Forest?
I mean, I think it's got to be, that Kenny Theory duo on that Ruins bomb site. That Accuracy and Chino are going to play towards cabin and middle. So it's on Theory and Kenny. Kenny likes to snipe sometimes. I think one positive note is that Kenny had a great game number 1. He dropped 40 kills. If he can keep hot there, he can lock down that bomb site himself.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's been consistently doing it. That was the one thing that stood out to me when they were knocked out of Birmingham. I mean, Kenny, I OpTic dropped 40 plus in both the hard points. He was frying. It's just he was looking for some help, and I don't think there was anyone that you could particularly target on the side of TK that was an issue in that one. I think it was just kind of OpTic clutching up late, and then, yeah, the barrel building, like you mentioned, that was that was big.
It definitely was, because you had OpTic break it the first time, those spawns come in that second time.
And that's where you've talked about them struggling.
That's like a 70-point swing right there. If that goes TK's way, the game's over.
Well, Team Kaliber, no strangers to adversity. It's a team that came in, you know, they won our first 2 events. They didn't get top 8, then top 12. And, you know, I think I saw, I don't know if it was an interview with, I think a Deserto last night, Theory just saying, you know, no one believed in us. People starting to doubt us. They're here to prove everybody wrong. And Theory had a solid map 1. They're going to need him in the search. If I remember correctly, I mean, the search they got knocked out on the game 5, I believe he went like 0-7. And that had to just be very, very painful for him. We know the pedigree of player he is, and maybe not the guy that's going to have the flashiest of plays, drop the biggest numbers, but in the moments that matter most, he's someone you want to rely on, and I think they need him in this series for sure.
I mean, absolutely. I think the TK story this year is incredible. Like, coming in, no one would have thought they would have won back-to-back, and everybody's just against them, like, oh, they're not going to continue to do it. And now it's at the point now where everyone's kind of like, yeah, I told you so. Like, I told you they're not going to win again. Like, even, you know, there's just a lot of different opinions on this TK roster, and they want to prove it that they can do it consistently throughout the year.
And this is a big time to do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, they won one $200,000 tournament. They won a second $200,000 tournament. This is a $500,000 tournament, so you've got more value here than both their victories. So this would be huge for them. But here we go. Search and Destroy up next. TK looking to answer back and tie this series up at 1 apiece. It's going to be a B bomb hit early. First pick to accuracy. Scump answers back quickly. Formal now involved in the action. Able to get the kill there. 2-on-2. He's still hunting. Hip fire, not going to get it done. Both the OpTic Gaming players drop. And TK get on the board first. What stood out to you there in that first?
Well, I think OpTic called it correctly. They 3-stacked this B bomb site very well, but Formal and accuracy, there's a one-on-one, and then there was another one-on-one middle map, which we weren't able to see it, but TK wins both of those. So it comes down to a 2 versus 2 where they were in separate engagement. Both of those goes TK's way. So OpTic had a great play call where they stacked 3 into that bomb site. Just a couple of gunfights didn't go their way.
That's, I mean, we've seen that on that bomb site very many times. Even if you put 3 in there,
yep,
it's still not always the easiest thing to hold. OpTic Gaming going the exact opposite route.
Yeah, can we go over to Chino? Yep, this is going to be big. Chino's got to be that key player. He gets hit with a nade. Smokes are out. The pressure's in. He's able to find Scump. Can he find that first kill? He can. That's big. Now, how long can he stay alive for?
Not long.
Nope.
That gets traded out very quickly. 3 versus 3. The A hit so far successful for OpTic Gaming to get 1 in ice as well as Kenny's going to drop. Now it's going to fall to Theory and accuracy here to make the play. Can they clutch up? Bomb now getting planted. See accuracy's POV. He's got eyes on the Formal right now. Formal's going to go ahead and challenge it and win that one. Falls to Theory. Not able to get it done. And just like that.
Yeah, I think the key thing right there is Kenny is a bit overconfident on that ice tunnel. He peaked it a little bit too far. Accuracy wasn't even a position where he's hitting the flank yet, right? He's still in that offensive spawn. So I think Kenny just needs to be a little bit more patient there. When they're able to attack it from 3 different ways, then you have OpTic pretty spread out. But as soon as it goes to a 3 versus 2, they spot both players. They can send all their resources where they need.
Well, last time on offense, we saw a heavy hit towards B4 Team Kaliber. It looks to be a very similar play call. 3 to Bell, 1 through mid. Last time accuracy got the opening pick. This time, Formal smoked off. He's going to try to get up top. Nice shots there to pick up the first.
Trade.
Theory behind the smoke. Theory still here inside of you. And Kenny might be the one to disrupt it. He gets some help from Theory, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 2. It's like no matter, you know, the first time, it's a pick for TK, and they're able to snowball behind it. This time, OpTic Gaming get the opening kills, but Theory and Kenny able to make the plays.
Yeah, the big thing was that Karma and Krim just run right up middle. They were already starting to flank, but Kenny and Theory respond. They find those 2, so they didn't 3-stack it, but they pushed it very quickly. Well, Kenny's gonna have a one-on-one. Krim's, I think, maybe able to find him. Theory's not there, but now Kenny in a 1v1.
1v1. Karma up against Kenny.
He has bomb.
Karma's got the position too. Yeah. Karma's got position. Kenny's got bomb. It looks like for now, Karma going to go ahead and reposition towards mid-map. At that same time, Kenny going to get this bomb planted. So now it's going to be on Karma here to try and work this retake. Let's watch this from Kenny's POV. Right as I say that, we swap.
Big two. Look what Kenny is. Kenny's very close to streak. So this is a round that could change the entire game.
Same for Karma. I think Karma is like 375 towards as well. 30 seconds left now. Pressure to Karma to make a play. Inching his way forward. Now to top ruins. If Kenny peeks, can he get the better of him? It's going to be a close range gunfight. Kenny's got the sub. Kenny's got the spot. Kenny challenges. Karma's able to win it. Karma wins it. There's the defuse. Oh my God, and there's a fighter pilot to go with it. Karma clutching up in the 1 versus 1.
And he second-guessed himself. You saw as soon as he spotted Karma, he thought about walking into that wall to see if Karma just wouldn't spot him, and then he backs out once again to challenge it. If he doesn't second-guess himself, watch right here. So Kenny's gonna spot him, and then he walks forward. He tries to run away right here. He tries to hide from him. If he just takes that gunfight, he wins it. He allows Karma to come around the corner.
Wow, I mean, in that spot, sub on AR, the fact that Kenny got the spot first, is that around? You just have to win if you're Kenny, right?
Win. Yeah, I mean, that's just confidence right there. He just tried to play the clock, didn't go his way.
First blood to Crim 6.
Okay, there's a trade.
Trade quickly. So now 3
like, what was that?
Moving up in field is going to be formal. I thought for a second, but Karma wants to use it already. So fighter pilot's going to be a, what can they spot? Just spraying the B site. Hits Kenny for a second, not able to finish it, but oh, okay, the assist comes through, so he does get the glide bomb behind that.
Kenny out. Kenny knew he was getting shot at, saw the hit markers in, was just trying to stay alive.
So now 2 versus 2 here, 40 seconds on the clock. Scump and Karma up against Accuracy and Chino. OpTic's got to get this bomb planted. I don't think Scump saw him. Okay, now he did. He spots him. Can't finish him. They're going to push him out, though the assist is there. Karma now another 1 versus 1, this time against Chino. Under 30 to play. Now it's on him to get this bomb planted. He spots him, not able to get away. He gets picked as Chino clutches up and rips him off the bomb. What do you think about the choice there to try and get it planted after they know your position? Would you have played it differently?
I mean, he doesn't have much time, right? He just commits to it. I think he was just trying to see if, he could stay alive. Maybe Chino has a couple of shaky shots. He can probe him behind that bomb, but you'd love to see that if you're TK, because Chino was a pivotal piece to their championships. Like, he was the guy that was in those clutch situations that was always.
How many times did he clutch on this map?
So many times. So that's huge for them, and I think he was working on some streaks as well.
And that's, you just don't want to lose back-to-back 1v1s to Karma, right? Not a situation you want to find yourself in, but Karma invests 1 streak to a round loss. He still has a glide bomb to work with. Kenny, aggressive, though.
Yeah, there's
into
a
you. First gunfight.
That.
Shots everywhere, but doesn't hit him. Formal's able to get away and then take him down, but 2 players drop for OpTic, make it everybody. It's suddenly just Scump. Scump, though, takes off 1 head.
Scump very accurate on accuracy.
You could say that.
He's trying to catch him while this bomb's being planted. We'll see, though. It's a tough spot. Nice shots on the Chino, but Chino cleans him up.
Another round of TK. Back-to-back rounds. And I'd like to watch that back and just see what fell apart. After Formal got that first kill, everything else just collapsed on B for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, and I was a little worried there because, I mean, Kenny should have had that.
He has whiffed all his shots.
Yeah, definitely
he's going up the ramp. Not something we will usually say about Kenny, but it doesn't matter. You get the round win, right? Maybe some shaky shots, but it doesn't matter in this game.
If Kenny wins that one, too, right? It's 4-1. They still have streaks.
It's true.
It's a bit of a different game.
Remember, this is for top 3 here in the $500,000 playoff. Guaranteed top 3 spot. You'll be in the winner's bracket final. And now we look at Chino. Chino won that 1v1, got some kills the next round, and he's awfully close to streaks. Formal's going to come charging into KO. He might get hit again. No, nothing else. Going to tag him. He does get pushed in the back, but he guns Scump. He guns him for the streaks. He's got help here now. It doesn't matter that he's dropped because the streaks are there and they found a couple of kills, but where's the next where's the follow-up?
Yeah,
where's the follow-up from Kenny?
Accuracy's there. Now it's a 2 versus 2. This is a big round for OpTic. Obviously, Chino does win those streaks. Nice shots on a Scump. A 2v2. Starting to push through. Gets to that wall. Sees Formal. Nice shots on a Formal. Now another 1v1, and Crim wins it.
Crim gets both. These rounds are wild. Formal drops, but Crim 6 says, don't worry, Papa. I'm holding the sight. As he lines them both up there. Nice shots from the Crim bot.
Who's Papa?
I guess it was Formal. He was the other one alive.
Papa Formal.
I'm not sure why. He's probably the... I guess Crim should be Papa in this scenario. He's been competing forever.
Papa?
I don't know. I don't even know why I said Papa. I'm
That's
honest
fine.
with you. I just felt like saying Papa. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
No problem, Papa.
You could be my Papa. Karma. Still streaks to work with. Tied up at 3-3. Karma gets into you. Might be able to help with the gunfight in mid, but Scump's already found a pick. Formal flying up top. Might get a little bit overzealous, so I take it back. He hops up, finds the kill, and that's a clean sweep there of Team Kaliber. Incredible defensive round coming in from OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, that's what the 3 stack at the B side is supposed to do. And especially if that guy's winning that 1 versus 1 in the middle, that's what happens. So a great job from OpTic. You still have streaks on both sides, so we'll see. We're getting towards the end of the game, and it's crazy. I mean, just the fact that OpTic won that 2 versus 4 last round. So Chino and Accuracy rotate back to that B site. You imagine the cleanup has to be there, and it just wasn't. So great defensive round. OpTic now back on the attack. Couple of players headed towards this B site. You have 1 middle and 1 A, so just pretty spread out so far.
Just waiting for the attack right now. Krim gets some vision on Kenny as he crosses back. They're playing behind the glide bomb.
See him?
Playing behind it. Can he get Kenny? Kenny goes out the backside, so not able to pick it up, and they don't spot Theory. They're just tucked away. Are they going to be aware he's here? When they start to push in, Theory might be able to play spoiler to everything that's happening right now.
Now, this is a very common spot, though. There are a lot of players who play this position, and they know that he loves to play here, but Scump doesn't check it. That's first blood for him.
Yeah, you would have dropped the glide bomb if you saw him, right? Like, if you thought he was tucked away there. That's why he's able to get the kill, but the follow-up comes in from Krim and Karma, and suddenly it's a 3v2 here for OpTic Gaming. Accuracy and Chino. Can they make the clutch?
And here's the thing, Kenny gets picked. If he just stays alive, you have a 3v3, you have streaks, right? Now Chino's questioning, do I invest a streak here? We'll see if he does. He's backing down right now at you. Nice peek right there from Action to catch that bomb planted. Shots.
Nice shots. It's all informal now. He's got a clutch. He's 7-5 right now. Needs to pull off a 1v2. He did it on London Docks yesterday. Can he do it again? Now Accuracy shuts him down.
Ice in his veins.
2v3 for Team Kaliber as they make the plays, and that's a big round. That ties it up at 4-4. 5-3 lead for OpTic Gaming. Would have been scary had they taken the round, but Formal not able to clutch. Nice shots there from Accuracy.
It's a big round too, because
the play.
If it gets 5-3, then you sort of force the desperation streaks out of Chino. Again, I was thinking you have a 3v3 retake. That's when you invest, but Kenny got picked. So, but a great clutch out of the guys on TK, just back and forth this game.
In fact, Accuracy is just able to get in there, quickly pick him off a bomb, get away with his life. Then Chino, nice shots on the Krim at top ruins. But what can they do on offense? Again, it's been the 3-stack on B from OpTic Gaming throughout this game.
Yeah, they're slowing it down, though. So this just tells me that they're going to invest in streaks. You see where Chino's going. Let's go to Chino's point of view. Yep, he's got that fighter pilot, but he might get...
Oh my God. He's got it, yeah. Krim should go. As soon as he hears this, Krim should go.
And they push with the mortar. They push with the mortar. Chino's able to find Formal. But that's it. I love that play. I love that counter out of OpTic. They just push up.
Wow, OpTic make the play. Break that down a little bit, Joe. Why'd that work out for OpTic?
Yeah, so OpTic Gaming, they knew that they still had a fighter pilot. Karma pushes up towards middle. You have Formal push up towards that A site. And as soon as that happens, they have all the information they need. They follow it up with a mortar. They know those guys are probably inside. They're able to catch them, just waiting to attack that B site to follow up that fighter pilot.
TK now on the brink of going down 0-2 in this best of 5. They desperately need a victory here. Again, you feel good about them on Gibraltar Hardpoint if we can get there. If they drop this, though, I don't know if we're going to see it. It could end on Flak Tower, but this is the all-important round. Can they push it to around 11? Chino's POV right now as he's holding wood. He knows pressure's coming in from Cade. Nice grenade there, and Chino's able to find the opening pick. He peeks wide, though, on wood. Right. Will get caught, but the trades end up going their way. It's suddenly going to fall to Karma. Karma 1 versus 2. He's got a 4 streak. Can't win the gunfight there. And TK push it to around 11.
This is where they made a name for themselves. This is how they became champions. Right here. This situation, just extend this series. Keep it going. Don't give up a 2-0 lead. We'll see if TK can find a little bit of that magic they had earlier in the year.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 11. In the pivotal game 2 between OpTic and TK. It'll be defense for OpTic. It's been a 3-stack on B throughout. That's the plan again. It's an aggressive mid-hit from TK.
Yeah, it's worked last time, right? I mean, Kenny
nobody
missed shots, but everybody else in great position. But Karma finds that first blood. And now Kenny has to beat this. He may get caught. Oh, no, finds him. Formal's up top, though. He has no help. Kenny's in a tough spot.
Kenny just jiggling right now. Try to keep Formal isolated at least so he's focused on him and can't apply pressure anywhere else. Another grenade comes in there from Scump. Kenny's so weak. Scump wants to push it. Scump wants to push it, and there's the kill. OpTic Gaming clutch up in the round 11. You see the clapping there from Crim6. He knows how big that round was. TK so close to tying this series up, Joe, but just fall a little bit short.
Yeah, just a couple of rounds that you felt should have went their way. Just that 4v2 really sticks out to me. I mean, I feel like that's one pivotal round that they're going to have to talk about. You obviously have that 1v1 from Karma. That gets him streaks, and then when they invest into that fighter pilot.
And talk to me about that final round there in the round 11. The fact that Karma's able to get that pick, despite the fact that you have that big, heavy, fast mid-hit coming in from Team Kaliber. How's he able to open things up like that? He has 11-7 game.
Yeah, so just a bit of a COD timing that we always talk about, right? So Kenny and TK, the rest of those guys, they go back to that middle strategy. It worked out so well. Yes, Kenny missed some shots on the formal, but it opened up the game for them. And, well, Kenny goes left of the pillar. Karma comes right. And why I don't think Kenny knew he was there, so he didn't make the call out. A player from TK, I imagine, peeked formal up top. They were probably going to double peek him, try to pick him off and get that first blood. They don't expect him to be in that spot, and that's where Karma's able to find that first blood.
Well, OpTic Gaming currently up 2-0 in this winner's semi. Can they close it out on Flak Tower? Or will the Team Kaliber magic start to come alive on the CTF? Guys, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Tweet the stream. Much more Call of Duty to come. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here we go. It's game 3. OpTic Gaming looking to close this out with a hot 3-0. Move into top 3 for a date with Luminosity. If that's the case, they've played Luminosity, both recent events from winners bracket, right? Yeah, played them winners round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've matched up against them quite a bit, but we're not there yet. Team Kaliber, absolutely the potential to bring it back. You talked about TK, early in the game, how good they've been on Flak Tower. They need to do it here. They have to extend the series. If they win this, we're going to a game 5, I think.
Think so? Gibraltar?
I think so. I do.
And then win in Gibraltar?
I think they are.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, while game 1 was 45 points, it was much closer than that, right? Like, it was close the entire time.
We were tied like 183, 183.
For the most part,
like that,
yeah, until the last couple of hills, and then Arden Forest went to a round 11. There were some great rounds from both sides, but yeah, TK, they have to bring it back, and they have to do it here on Flak Tower.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. OpTic Gaming, Team Kaliber, game 3. Can TK bounce back? Or will OpTic Gaming give them the hot sweep? On board with Crim6 to kick things off.
Yep, him and Formal are going to find a couple of kills. Scump's already here, though. Look where Scump is. He's going to try and get a flagpole. You can see those TK members trying to back up, but he may get away. Oh, nice shots from Accuracy. Just melted him.
Make sure he doesn't have a chance to make a play. But that does force players of Team Kaliber to worry about their base, which allows OpTic Gaming to begin to layer the map. They find a couple of kills behind it as well. And now another chance to move forward. You see Kenny there at the bottom left just playing behind Gun. OpTic Gaming is looking for an opening right now. They need another wave of kills here.
Yeah, they're just playing patient. They know TK stuck in their base, and as you said, they're just trying to find kills, and it starts with Formal. He's able to find one. Macy, Kenny through that barrel crack. Jump City gets stunned, but Kenny actually wins that gunfight. That could be big. That goes Formal's way. There's probably a flag out, but it's still Crim and Scump. Those two players, but I mean, those guys wasted enough time in the base for the spawns to come through.
Well, the whole time, Scump's worried about Kenny, right? He has to take him out before he can make a play on the flag, so he's worried about that the entire time. If Formal picks him behind barrel, that could have gone very, very differently.
Yeah, definitely could have. Chino able to clean up Scump, but still, OpTic just have TK trapped in their base. Let's see what Chino can find. Formal can't. Here we go. OpTic, they're starting to attack.
They've got 3 men here. There's 2 players in Kenny and Accuracy that have to make the plays. Both of them able to find kills. Kenny with 2 on defense. They clear the base. 6 stuff from those 2 to make sure OpTic Gaming can't get on the board.
Yeah, Kenny, just the way he uses the moment is so darn good. Looking at that scoreboard, Theory 0-5. He has to turn it around, has to have a solid game number 1, or a performance like he did in game number 1. This is such a sub-heavy map. I think each team has 4 out, so he has to have some presence. Accuracy, there is 2 guys behind you. Well, Carmen's able to find him.
Well, is that going to be a big thing here? Whether Accuracy and Chino can play better with the sub versus someone like Formal who's pulling it out here?
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, there's always a lot of talk about those flex players, and 3 go down for TK. There's just 1 player left. That's Accuracy. What can he do? It doesn't look like much. His flag is out, and this could be a flag score for OpTic Gaming. He did get a stun, though. It looks like he slowed down Karma. Theory, what can he do and win the gunfight?
Theory.
Wants to win 1 more, though. Nope, not able to do so. Flag to OpTic.
OpTic Gaming going to go ahead and strike first. 1-0 advantage for them in game 3. Karma building towards streaks as well as he got the score and a couple of kills to go with that. Playing outskirts right now is Kenny, so Karma not in a position where he wants to get caught. Might have some help rotating over to his side. I believe that's Scump that's coming over to assist. Right below him is Kenny. Kenny wins another nice 1-on-1.
Yeah, this is the first actual attack from TK. Almost catches Karma. Accuracy, though. He gets traded. There we go. 4 down for OpTic. TK is able to get a flag out.
Here we go. 1 spawn. That's going to be on Scump. What can Scump do here?
He's gone, though. He's already in that Cage's room. Crim6, he does spot 1, and that's a big kill on the Chino.
Scump, though, is going to drop.
He's going to catch him.
It's going to be on Crim6.
Yeah, he's going to
Crim6
catch him with that stun.
Crim's trying to get to him. Crim's trying to get to him. Crim's able to get the kill. He goes for the return and just gets it before Accuracy finds the kill. Crim6 going big. Now, we talked about Crim6 versus Theory over the course of this series. Theory had a great game 1. Crim6 trumped him down the stretch. Just talking about the opening right now, Theory really struggling to find his footing. He's 2-10.
Yeah, it's just a performance you can't have against OpTic. You know how good all 4 of these players are. You have to have great individual performances from everyone. And OpTic, they're back on the attack. There's just a couple of players left. Flag is pulled. Karma pulls it. He's able to trade that onto Theory and flies out once again.
Yeah, he's gone. He is likely gone. That stun is big to at least slow him down a bit.
He has help, right? Like, he has a lot of help from 2 players middle of the map. There is 1 player chasing him. That's accuracy. Nice shots right there. Chino's able to clean up Formal.
Wow, what a play here.
Big play.
What a play from accuracy.
One guy left. There's still
God.
one there. Crim's there. There we go. Crim versus Theory. This is what it's all about. Oh,
Theory, nice win.
But the spawns are in. Oh, there we go.
Oh my God, it seems like TK do everything they can to slow it down, but ultimately, it's 2-0 OpTic Gaming with under 30 to play. What else could you do if you're TK? You hit all the stuns, you win the opening gunfights, you get into a position to slow it down, but it's just like every time there's one more member from OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, that's just it. There's just one more member there. You know, it just felt like those kills in the middle map, I thought they were going to be enough, but they didn't end up happening.
I thought that was a return.
Up.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely did as well. And I'm trying to remember, you know, because we watched a lot of Flak Tower in the Grand Final of Birmingham. And I believe that the side that TK was just on was always that side that was being the aggressor, right? Like, it was always felt like Splice went up a couple of flags, but then Luminosity responded. So it's a little scary situation for Team Kaliber.
It is. We are 5 minutes away from maybe a top 3 for OpTic Gaming in a loser's bracket run for Team Kaliber. But we know TK in so many big moments, this year, they've come up huge. They've got 5 minutes here to prove their worth and extend this series. Now remember, this is a winner's bracket match, though, so nobody getting knocked out.
Right.
But still, you want to be the team matching up against LG in that winner's bracket final. Opening kill to Theory. Can they play behind that? There's another gunfight for Theory. Theory going big here with 2 kills.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on. Formal has to back up here. Formal able to win it, though, but finally, an attack for TK.
That's what you like to see. You got Chino on one side. Well, Chino will get cut down, so now it's all going to fall to the top left, which is going to be Kenny and Accuracy working together right now.
And that just feels like miscommunication on the TK side. Chino goes, but the other 2 don't. It felt like they were going to wait for Theory to spawn up and then make a 4-man push. Theory was able to find 2, but Formal just hit some nice shots right there. So maybe just some miscommunication coming out from the TK side.
Formal very close to streaks. He's getting pushed. This kill could be everything. He's trying to play his life. Can he win the gunfight? Ring around the rosy we go. Not able to get it done with a pistol. Chino will ultimately win it. But now you've really just got 1 player up from either team. They're both at mid-map.
I'll tell you
right
what, though, man. Theory, yeah, he's bringing it back right now. We talked about his first half performance, not the best, but he's 11-15 now.
From 2-10. So he has really turned it around, and they need it. They need it desperately. He's going to get dropped, though, but the pressure is still alive and well. Kenny's going to find 2 kills. Crim6 stun in the back, trying to make the plays. Chino drops him. Karma next up. He's going to drop as well, and that's going to be a flag out. Only man up right now for OpTic Gaming. Formal just spawned. Scump was up as well. Theory, though. Theory making the plays. This is going to be a score, and they don't want a rally to happen. Look at that number 1. Chino's still in the base. Okay, they're going to get him.
The base. I think what's
TK on the board, though. TK on the board.
I think what's very interesting for the amount of players in, well, Kenny has streaks. The amount of stuns that have come in, we don't have a lot of armored, right? We don't have a lot of armored energetic. A lot of people running that airborne prime, and you can see those stuns are having a huge impact on the game so far.
They absolutely are. Maybe Kenny, behind these streaks, can make a play. Well, he's going to wait 7.5 seconds to even think about using those. He might need to use them defensively because the OpTic swarm now coming forward. Chino stunned. Scump is able to find a kill behind it. It's a 3 versus 3 here, make it a 3-on-2. Theory and Kenny have to do it. Kenny is going to use the streaks defensively. He has to.
Find 1. Yeah, he has to find 1. There we go. We'll slow that down.
There's still 2 players here. Crim6 is going to get a touch. He's got some help with Karma. He's going to win the first gunfight himself. Karma's watching the cross right now. Karma also close to streaks. They're still hunting for the final couple of kills. Nice shots there from Crim. Crim close to streaks. Karma's got his streaks, and things collapsing for Team Kaliber right after they get their first score.
Karma and Crim6 just wrecked havoc in the TK base. OpTic's going to lead 3-1. You have 2 sets of streak on both of those players. If you're TK, you invest that glide bomb. You have to back up. You have to win those gunfights, and they just don't.
They don't, and they get punished dearly. Nice teamwork there from Crim and Karma.
That was years of teamwork.
Yeah, absolutely, and that could ultimately be the dagger in this best of 5. However, still 2 minutes to work with here. Crimsix goes ahead and gets the artillery as well. He's got a touch. His teammate's getting pushed on the opposite side as well. Crimsix likely going to have to make a play. Kenny finds another kill here. Scump playing a little bit of defense. Can Theory pick up Crimsix at mid-map? No, it's Kenny that actually gets him with the fighter pilot. Kenny gets on three. He's got to go.
Just one more player. One-on-one player formal. Oh, not able to win it, but this still starts the attack for TK. But formal, he might have bought just enough time. Nice nade out of Chino. Accuracy finds another. Here we go. TK, can they do this?
There's a lot of streaks.
But there's a glide bomb. Yeah, Theory doesn't go underground. He doesn't go underground.
Kenny's got to win this gunfight. Kenny doesn't win the gunfight, but Chino's still there. Chino trying to get there in time, but he's getting tagged up. There's a fighter pilot in. There's an artillery in. Oh, the weaponry being used right now from OpTic Gaming is they want to close it out here. 60 seconds now on the clock. Everything against Team Kaliber. A fourth streak comes raining in from the heavens, and accuracy gets picked in the back. Karma now in position to make a play. A fifth streak almost coming in.
He thought about it. Yeah, he's in.
Here we go.
The flag's out. There's one player left. That's Kenny. He's in position, but he's not going to expect Scump to be here. Here we go. And that should do it. OpTic, they're going to lead this game 4-1. They're going to 3-0 Team Kaliber, and we're going to find them in that winner's final against Luminosity.
OpTic, it may have taken a while. We're halfway through the year. But Joe, has OpTic Gaming finally arrived?
The next match is the biggest test. They have struggled all year long against LG. They lost to him in Atlanta. Did they lose to him in Birmingham? I believe they did.
Yeah, it was 3-0, then it was a 3-1.
They lost to him at Birmingham. So this is going to be the biggest test for OpTic.
OpTic Gaming, though, the first test here against Team Kaliber. It's a resounding 3-0. I know it's a 250 to 200 hard point. It's a round 11 search and destroy. But on the map that they had to bury TK and make sure they don't see that Gibraltar, which they don't play all that often, they get the 4-1 victory, and they're moving on.
Yeah, they are. I mean, again,